Hey, you guys, we oh, I know. Hey, you guys, we are back to do another review of Ready to Love. Don't know the title, Chad, and this was, I guess it was more so of
The
a,
title was Ride or Die.
oh, I guess it was more so of a, kind of sobering, episode. It wasn't much to talk about, but we'll go ahead and get into it.
We keep it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the Kourtney family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. Hey, what's going on, co-ed camp folks? How y'all doing tonight? Welcome back to another video of Kourtney Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife.
Kourtney, also known as Coco.
This right here is Kourtney Eddie. This channel's all about relationship, reviews, entertainment. It's all about famous rants. And tonight, we're talking about Ready to Love.
So if you're brand new to the channel, you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Go ahead and hit it. Make sure you turn your notification bells on. And I am sure that you've heard about our new segment on our channel, which is called the Virtual Mixer, single and available virtual mixer. And if you haven't checked out the 2 episodes, make sure you go check it out. Season 1, episode 2. So what we're doing is actually putting together a virtual mixer of singles, for them to, mix and mingle. But it's more so for the people in the audience, those that are watching, to reach out to these people, hit them up via their email or DM, and chat with them if you're interested. So that's what it's about. So the next one will be in the month of September. If you want to be a part of that, make sure that you send an email to dating@singleandavailablemixer.com. That information should be in the description below. And yeah, you can go ahead and get started, because some of y'all Ready to Love folks, y'all didn't make it. So y'all might as well come on, be on this panel. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the ladies are back in the room. Tommy talking about Lee was showing a lot of leg. You got the leg.
All right, Tommy. You doing a little too much with that leg thing. The wife gonna be mad at you. She gonna say you're not ready to love in a minute.
Do you think that his wife would get mad at him or saying any kind of thing, like, being around all these beautiful ladies?
I don't think so. They know it's entertainment. They're probably secure.
Yeah. So the ladies are back, and Tommy wants the ladies to introduce them to their friends. They ride or die. That one that's gonna tell them the truth, the one that they can tell all their secrets to, and stuff like that. So let's get into first. Let's start out with Kat, and she's introducing her friend Allie, the Alley Cat.
Alley Cat. I can appreciate that joke. I'm a dork. I'm a geek. I like nerd stuff.
They were dork and geek.
That was dorky and geeky though. 2 grown women say, "Alley Cat, yeah, clap." Yeah, that was dorky and geeky. But yeah, I can appreciate that joke.
So they're introducing Phil as well as Herbert. Now Phil was like, "With that, okay, don't ever do that again, child. That is just not." And but anyway, so Herbert come in later and they sit down and talk. So Allie wants to know, as far as, what makes them so, I guess, different, as far as, attracted to, Kat. And Herbert was like, well, because it's me. Like, no other guy is me. I bring me, stuff like that.
And I appreciate the confidence. I appreciate that, Herbert. Very confident.
And Phil was like, he's more of the out-of-the-box type of guy, stuff like they kind of think out of the box. So
Yeah. But, I guess the women, the Alley Cat crew, wasn't really appreciative of Herbert's answer. And to me, this episode, you saw a different side of Herbert, because, you thought, previous episodes, you thought Herbert was okay. He's a cool dude, what I'm saying? Kind of laid back, kind of slow moving. But now you can see, okay, maybe he is the slick one. Maybe he is the ladies' man, and that's how he enthralled the women by his personality. And,
Okay, so let's see. So is Herbert the type of guy that he has used his aura to
seduce women?
Well, his aura, I really and truly don't care. I'm not gonna be like into you like that to kind of pull women.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He's like, man, you gonna chase me? I ain't chasing you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be laid back. I'm gonna play my game. I'm gonna stay in my lane. That's the way it's gonna be. You're not gonna see me be all excited over a woman. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women like that. You know what I'm saying? They like a man that's self-confident. You know what I'm saying? Reassuring about himself that he don't have to chase a woman that hard. But sometimes women get tired of that. If you're not gonna chase me, you're not gonna show me no interest. They're gonna move on to something else. So to me, Herbert knows how to play that line. He's right there in the middle somewhere. He probably give you enough attention to let you know that he's still chasing you, but he's not gonna chase you as hard.
And he chased himself right out. So anyway, so Herbert and Allie, they seem to have a little back and forth, you know what I'm saying? I guess because Herbert wasn't giving Allie what she wanted to hear, or it really wasn't giving no substance, you know what I'm saying? Little short, quick answers and stuff like that. So, you know, it just kind of bothered her. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, they have a little back and forth. So, the Phil and Herbert leave, and the friend is, of course, she likes Phil. Now, in the beginning, when Phil first sat down, it seems like Kat had an issue with Herbert because he didn't return the text. Herbert said, no, she didn't return the text. Well, the friend brought out the proof, and it seems like Phil
didn't return it.
Yeah, Phil did not. I'm sorry. It seemed like Phil did not respond to a text that Kat had. You know,
he's oh my bad. I apologize. And Phil, you know, when a woman sends you a text and y'all trying to build something, reply back, thumb it up, some kind of emoji or something.
You know, I think that, you know, and I try to make sure I don't do this. If I'm not ready to fully respond to a text message, I won't open it. Or if I open it, then I put back unread. So that means, what is it? Yeah, unread. So that means that I'll go back into reply to it. Now, my phone do not have a whole bunch of 5, 6, 10 texts that I haven't replied to, and just I can't stand those notifications. If one is on, I gotta go in there and see what it is, so I can remove it.
That's your nosiness.
No, that's my analness.
No. That's your nose. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, gotta know what it is.
No,
gotta know what it is.
I just can't stand this because your phone. Oh my gosh! You got 20,000 emails showing. Then you got 15,000 texts. Yeah. You got 20,000 inbox. I mean, notifications. Your phone is just chaotic for me. It's just total chaotic. But anyway,
that's your OCD.
It is. So let's move on to Kat was like, well, she really truly had the opposite. The friend like Phil, Kat was moving more toward Herbert because, you know, it seems as though Phil wasn't, I guess, consistent in, you know, responding. So let's move on to Aries, and she's bringing in her friends Stacy and Lacey. I think that was their name. I don't know why they rhyme. It didn't seem like it rhymed when she said it.
You sure? It sure didn't seem like it rhymed when she said
it. Was somewhere, but y'all know who we're talking about. So
Stacy and Lacey.
Yeah, and I apologize if I'm saying the name wrong. Y'all know this is what we do over here, not intentionally. So Phil and Chris are her days. Now, Chris, I think they asked a question as far as what does, you know, a woman, you know, look like, as far as something about Chris thinks that a man should support a woman, like be the head of the household, make sure you do all that stuff. But he also wouldn't mind his woman, you know, working outside the home or having her own thing going on, because he definitely would support her.
I disagree. And I look at his last relationship with his ex, how she did the servitude thing with him. I think he's just saying this to have something nice to say, because his action speaks differently. That's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of y'all simping for Chris. Leave Chris alone. I like Chris. He's a good man. Yeah, but good for who? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, when Chris kind of gave his hand away when he started crying on the first date. Okay. You know, it's okay for a man to cry, but not on the first date. That would turn a lot of. If I was going on a first date with a woman, she don't know me like that. We talked on the phone a couple of times. The first time we see each other face to face, and I start crying, how do you think she's gonna receive that? She said, "What's wrong with this Negro? What's wrong with him? If something wrong with him, you too sensitive." And it's okay for a man to be sensitive, show his sensitive side, but crying on the first date,
It seems as though, I guess in this scene, you know, Phil was more of the comic relief, they say. So, you know, we didn't get to see a lot of him. Sometimes
being funny breaks the ice.
Yeah, it do. I think I don't know. It's just something about Chris that I just don't like.
You liked him at first.
I probably did,
Yeah.
but I mean that servitude thing just really turned me off, and he just seems very stiff. Like he seems very stiff. He seems very reserved, and it seems like he's just
He seemed like the type of guy
playing a part.
Yeah, you for what I can see on television, he seemed like the type of dude you can't have fun around. You know what I'm saying? He's so, like I said, so rigid, and I don't say he's rigid, but he's like I said, so stick in the mud to me. You know what I'm saying? Loosen up, brother.
Okay.
Leave him alone. He loosened up already. Y'all just don't like him. Chris ain't gonna pick you. Stop it.
So it seems though the friends like Chris though. Chris gave all the right answers and everything.
That's his job. He's an engineer and he's building houses, so he sells things. So yeah, of course he's gonna say the right things.
But they don't necessarily like Phil. So of course that kind of throws a loop for Aries because you know that
Aries, she was feeling Phil.
And let me tell you something, honey. If you feel like Phil is best for you, child, them friends don't know. They can't pick unless they just use some level of discernment to say, oh my God, she's a horrible person. I just feel this bad energy. But if Phil is for you, then go with Phil because them friends have not sat down and communicated with Phil. That was just a small conversation that they had with him. But I personally, from what I can see and still on the outside looking in, I think that Phil would be more of a match for Aries because he just seemed like a grown man. Chris has little boy vibes.
Wow.
Little boy vibes.
Wow, that was cold and deep.
Well, he do have little boy vibes. He really do. You know, not because he was crying because
I think he got mama issues.
Little boy vibes. All right. So anyway, let's move on.
He pick y'all.
Let's move on to Janelle. She's invited her friend Quinn, and they're meeting Quentin and Herbert.
Janelle and her friend they can go for sisters.
Yeah. So Herbert brought Janelle a gift. So I forgot what it was, but he did bring her a gift.
He did. She didn't open it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But he did bring. Oh, was it a candle?
No, that was
Morier.
So
anyway, he brought her a gift. You know, they kind of paying to look at
Quinn. Dang.
Yeah.
You showed me up, man. I had to come up here looking cheap.
Quinn said, "I am the gift." No. So
problem. So
Herbert said that he that what he liked about Janelle is that she a whole thug. You know, he didn't say that before, you know, and Friend agreed. I guess just her personality, like she may be soft and sweet, but then she also
Janelle, she would get in the gutter with you.
Yeah,
she sure will.
She will
she'll
pop off.
I like Janelle. You know, like I said, I still haven't seen the video everybody was talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah,
just what on here from what we can see.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Quinn said some things about her, you know, she's soft, she's sweet, you know, so forth and so on. So Herbert, they asked the question as far as what does it look like as far as what he's looking for in a woman? He said patience. Well, you know, they also got on the fact too that Herbert said that he's not ready to get married now. Not like Janelle. The end of the year, she wants to at least be engaged. Herbert said, that's too fast for him, honey. You move too fast. So it seems like everything Herbert do is slow.
Real slow.
You know how long it took to grow his hair out?
Yeah.
He got time, child.
Yeah, you got time. Probably came out the womb slow. Come on out, Herbert. Come on out.
So yeah, everything about him is listen to the name.
Herbert.
It ain't in no rush, child.
Yeah, man, the name sounds slow.
It do. It's old. So yeah, it's slow. So yeah, everything about any man named Herbert is not moving fast at all, child. He walk across the street slow. Everything he do is slow. So yeah, he's in no rush, honey. It don't matter what age he is. He's in no rush. So I think that's the thing as far as with them, you know. I guess Quinn don't have a problem with Janelle saying, "Hey, we got to be engaged before the end of the year," if it works, you know, for them. But of course, the friend like Quinn, of course. So let's move on to Lee bringing her friend Muffin now. Okay, I hope that is not her real name on her birth certificate.
Muffin was soft because she showed impressed.
Oh, honey, she was giddy over here. Oh, I hugged him first, honey.
All right, Lee. She you trying to swoop in and take your man away from you.
So that's basically how that went. Lee didn't feel that her friend grilled Quentin with the right questions and stuff like that, and Quentin wanted to know what kind of friendship they had because it seemed like the friend they couldn't give like what kind of friendship, what kind of examples did y'all have going out. It just seems as though the friend Muffin is the party type and Ali is girl finna go to sleep, honey. I'm a grandmama type. I just don't understand how you can hang out with friends that's polar opposite. I guess you can, to a certain degree, but huh?
I guess you could.
Yeah, you can, cause honey, if I be around people like this, I'm going to bed, honey. Y'all make sure y'all lock up and be safe, or I'm gonna be that one to make sure everybody is safe. So that's how that went. So let's move on to Sierra, and she's bringing her friend Delton. I thought it said Delton, honey. I was finna travel again. Delton and Olivia. Yeah. So she's bringing in Morier and Herbert. Herbert get around. I don't care how slow he is. He gets around.
It might take him a while, but he get around eventually.
So they said that they heard that Herbert seems to be a ladies' man. Now, with a name like what's your man named Herbert? I'm sorry, I'm not. No disrespect to all the Herberts that may be watching us, or that your man named Herbert. It just sounds old. You know what I'm saying?
I told you my uncle's name was Herbert. He was born in the 40s.
Yeah. So, but they said that he a ladies' man. So that was the word on the street is. They did talk about that. So it seems as though Morier was saying that, he is ready for a relationship. He ready to be a husband. He ready, to wife somebody up. Of course, Herbert like, honey, I got time. Yeah, he got time.
Yeah.
So that was the thing, that they had, just a conversation about. It seems as though the friends feel that Morier is more of a husband material, and
Herbert is for a fun time.
Woohoo!
If you want to have a fun time, good time, go with Herbert. If you want marriage, his name Morier.
And then the chemistry that Herbert and Sierra have,
Sexual.
Yeah, because she was like, ooh, child. She hugged, ooh, I think I got pregnant. So, he must just elude all of this, chemistry and sex appeal that don't come through the TV.
Yeah.
We don't.
No, I guess when you get around his presence, you can feel it.
I guess, because it don't come through the TV.
But, as soon as you say his name, Herbert, it kills it.
Oh, yep, just lost all momentum. So let's move on to Jessica is bringing her friends Tony and Nyla, I think that's it, and Chris and Morier. Morier brought Jessica a gift. Why he bought her a gift?
To make up for that debacle with him and his ex and the tarot cards. So I gotta clean this up, man. I messed up bad. But Morier, being the man he is, stood up and said, I take full responsibility for it. I'm sorry. I should have been more transparent about that. I apologize. And when he did that, the friends said, wow, okay. All right, we see you, Morier.
Tony was asking, Chris, as far as, what do you see in Jessica as far as wife material? She's attractive. I think she's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? We have chemistry, but
my thing is, if you have an issue with her personality, just come out and say it, man. Don't dance around it. You know what I'm saying? And I think the friend had to kind of pull it out of him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what the friend Nyla, I think Nyla, that's her name. She said, well, you talking about you want to see her softer side. Oh,
so yeah.
Oh, she must have told y'all.
Yeah. Oh, man,
so my thing is, if she ain't for you, child, why you there?
Yeah.
Why are you there?
Just
don't come.
I'm gonna say production.
And so they talked about him, the softer side and everything, and he said he wants to see her more her love language and stuff like that.
And the friend said, do her strength bothers you, something like that? And he said, well, yeah, basically, yeah, it bothers him.
And Morier said, what?
Morier said, man, that's what attracted me to her, is her strength and her hardness. You know what I'm saying? He'd like to see a woman that's doing what she does. See, that's the difference. Everybody have their preference, man. She might be too hard for Chris, but she's not too hard for Morier. You know what I'm saying? And some men like that. You know what I'm saying? They like that strong woman. You know what I'm saying? And like I saw people come in, she can be strong without being harsh. You know what I'm saying? Well, all we doing is seeing snippets of what she's doing on television.
Right.
We don't know how she is, when you get to know her.
And keep in mind, we watching a show that's heavily edited.
Right.
And a lot of times these when they go on these reality shows, a lot of the cast said, they didn't show when I went on this date, they didn't show
Right.
this side, they didn't show that side. So maybe we aren't seeing a softer side or more, affectionate side with Jessica, but doesn't mean that that's not who she is.
Right.
They may not just be showing us that because they want us to commentate and have a view on her being so her and Chris just rubbing, having so much friction with each other.
But we did see Chris cry on the first date. We did see that.
Yeah, they showed us that track because they could have edited that. But the friend did say, Maury was saying he don't want no weak woman.
He said, I'm not weak-minded, and that I can't handle a strong. To me, that was a shot at Chris. You know what I'm saying?
Chris was looking crazy.
Yeah. He said, I'm not weak-minded. I'm a strong-minded man, so I can deal with a strong-minded woman.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. So
that probably Mario, leave Chris alone. He is a strong man. Ain't you? Chris ain't choosing y'all. Stop it.
So the friends, Chris and Maury leave, and the friends said, they like Maury. It seems as though Chris couldn't even articulate properly what he felt like you was as far as wife material. So that was just like a red flag for them, and I think Jessica in her confessional, she was just saying, her and Chris just need to split ways because, he's really and truly not for her. Don't no woman want to hear a man continually telling you that, you're too hard or you're too harsh and stuff like that. And I believe to a certain degree, if a woman is, maybe her manner, maybe she can bring it soft a little bit, but evidently it's whatever it is, it's too much for Chris. Yeah. So it's just too much for him. So, child, bye. So the ladies are back in the lounge, and it seems as though, Tommy, of course, want to know about their dates. Janelle was just saying that, her friends think that Herbert is a player. And the other ladies trying to, my friend said it too, girl. My friend said it too, girl. Mm-hmm. All of them, that went on a date. Nobody liked Herbert.
Poor Herbert. They liked Herbert, but not for husband material.
Oh,
they liked Herbert for having a good time, but
this ain't a good time show. You know what I'm saying? So Jessica and Aries talked about, how their dynamic was with Chris. One was saying that, Aries was like, oh my gosh, he was great. My friends loved him. He went in depth. He was, this and that. And then Jessica was like, well, my friends didn't like him, honey. He had surface answer. He didn't go in depth and stuff like that. And Jessica was also saying that Maury brought her a gift. Now, Sierra cursed so much, they bleeped it out. So we missed a lot of what she said, because when she said she went out on a date with Maury, he didn't bring her a gift. And she was like, what you talking about? I'm a queen. So I think she felt some type of way that he didn't bring a gift.
But she don't understand why he brought the gift.
Yeah, but Herbert brought Janelle a gift. Janelle didn't say nothing. Right. So he just ain't bringing no gift.
See, Mario brought a gift to make up for what happened. Yeah. See, it's all about context.
Yep. But let's see. Okay, so let's move on to who they don't have a connection with. So they don't have a connection with Herbert, Chris, Phil, Chris. Janelle was saying Chris holds grudges. He doesn't like to be challenged.
Yeah, that's a good point. He don't. You know what I'm saying? Because you challenge him, you think you mean.
But you got to be submissive, remember? Barring it out. And I don't know if y'all got that concept of what we was trying to do last time. It was like Coming to America. He think that he the prince, and you got to have all these submissive ways, because when you're a prince, you got to submit. If you got to serve it, they got to submit to him.
Yeah, and that's the part Janelle was saying. When you challenge Chris, he don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So when you challenge him, he feel like you're being a mean person, you're a hard person.
Right.
And, and some women are going to challenge you. Some women are not going to let you run them over like that.
And that's the way Jessica is. She's probably going to rebuttal if she got some stuff. Okay, well, what you
That's what you do to me sometimes. It frustrates the crap out of me.
I do what?
Well, I tell you, we talk about something, we have a disagreement or a debate about a subject, and you're not going to
debate.
No, you don't debate, but you're not going to roll over. It's like, okay, you're right. You're going to say your mind. You're going to say your piece. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's your mind. That's you. You're your own individual. And you're going to say, hey, yeah, that sounds right, but nah, I don't agree with you on that. Meaning that you're going to stand up for what you believe. You're not going to roll over because, I'm the man. And sometimes it get to the point of frustration, but but that's who you are, and that's what I love about you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna roll over and have the same mindset or the same thought process like I do.
Yeah.
And it's challenging sometimes, and sometimes you make me see things that okay, yeah, I think you're right. You know what I'm saying? And Chris, I don't think he's that type of guy.
Yeah, I think he is the man, and he only see like
What he see.
if he's gonna only see.
And
He's
yes,
gonna,
we know he's from Africa, and that's how they think over there, an African man.
Yeah. So yeah, he's only gonna see that one way, and stuff like that. And I was asking Eddie, I was like, well, what attracted you to me? What'd you say?
You love your ego stroke, man. I said when I first saw you on Facebook, and all the guys, like everybody gravitated to you. You know, you make a post, everybody, ooh, yeah.
Well, let's be clear, not like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they gravitate you. Your post was popping,
but only because I was talking about single stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got into the single thing, because I had questions about dating when I got back out here, and and I just started asking questions, and it
took off from there.
It cultivated a community of singles.
And you had the community, galvanized around you with your questions and whatnot. And all the guys in there, they will try to tell you answers that you want to hear. Oh yeah, I do this for a woman. I do this. And I said, no, that's not me. I stuck to my truth. I stuck to my game. A lot of stuff I put and answered, a lot of women didn't like, and I didn't care. Okay, I was probably one of the most hated guys in your group. Okay, women couldn't stand me. What's wrong with him? He don't like women? No, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what you want to hear. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and stroke your ego. I'm gonna sit here and be a thorn in your side, tell you what you need to hear. And they didn't like that. And when you challenge me on some things, we challenge each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I liked about you. You know what I'm saying? You had this mindset like, okay, I'm gonna create this community, and I'm gonna do some things for this community. I'm gonna do this mixer, and you was like a boss lady, and yeah, you was in charge. You know what I'm saying? You was like a boss lady in charge. That's what drew me to you. But I wasn't gonna conform like the other guys conformed to you, and by me being that way, I stood out to you.
Yep.
And so yes, you don't have to sit there and tell a woman what she wants to hear all the time. You tell her what she needs to hear. Be your true self, man.
Yeah, just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Of course, not being disrespectful. He was never disrespectful, but and he played a lot in the comments too, Chad. But it's just being who you are, and that goes both ways. Women don't tell a man what he want to hear either, because oh, I can be this wife, I can cook, I can clean, I can do all that stuff, whatever.
Like I said, man, I'd take you to McDonald's the first date. That's what I used to say. Women didn't like me.
So yeah, it just be your authentic self. If that person is for you, then that person will be for. If they not, then I'm telling you, don't want them kind of problems, because you creating yourself, like they say, the representative.
Right.
You creating yourself to be something that you're not, and you can't keep along with that. That's why when people date people, just let them sit for a while, honey. You're gonna see who they really are.
Oh yeah, the mask gonna fall off. You remember the time I said something about I went on a date, I spent $100, I thought it was too much. And some dude said, $100. I said,
oh yeah, in the comments.
Yeah.
He was like, ooh, I spent $300 on dates.
Yeah, so there you go, trying to throw that net out there and trying to catch something. I said, man, come on, what you doing? It's the oldest game in the book. You gonna say $100 ain't nothing to you, so women say, ooh, come spend money on me. Say, no, man, come on, man. Women, don't you fall for that old stuff, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, because we got an interview that we have to do in roughly about an hour, and I had to set up this whole little studio again. So yeah, we're gonna get ready to wrap this up. So Aries and Chris, Tommy wanted to let the ladies know as far as, see that, I knew that was gonna happen, honey. New children playing with toys, honey. I knew that was going, their hands get slippery.
All right, come on now, we gotta hurry up, man.
So Tommy wanted the ladies to know that, listen, y'all pack y'all bags, because the next thing we doing, we're gonna go on the getaway. And y'all know whenever they do these getaway, it just kind of solidifies who with who. They end up, it really and truly is enlightened. That's why Ready to Love people, we like to resort that when they all go to one place. Y'all have not been able to produce that yet. I don't know if it's too expensive at the budget or what. But anyway, so the two people that are up for elimination is Chris as well as Herbert. So, Chris and Aries, he just Google over Aries. He just loved
when
Aries.
they sent Aries for Chris, I said, oh yeah, he gonna stay.
Yeah, right. So, she sit there and talk to him, and they have a conversation. They talk about, the friends and dates and all that stuff or whatever. And evidently, Chris was really pumping Aries' head up because she was like, I was like, okay, tell me more. So he was telling her what she wanted to hear. And I think one of the friends said that he got some good answers.
Right.
Like he tell you what you want to hear. So, but he feels that Aries said she feels that the ladies was saying that, you not direct. It seems as though that you're not clear, and instead of him saying, okay, well, let me do better, because you talk about a group of ladies, like it's one thing for you to say, oh, I'm this way. Right. But when this person said that person said that, it becomes like, okay well, maybe I need to listen.
What's the common denominator? Right. Here? Me.
And so he gets defensive, which is not a good sign, and said, I can't be nothing but myself. Some of these ladies need to look in the mirror because, they probably bitter, hurt. And I'm saying, bitter? Dude, they don't even know you like that. They trying to get to know you. What they bitter for? Are you all of that you turned them down and now they're bitter and mad? Dude.
Yeah, that answer you
Little
gave
boy
was like, oh man, you full of yourself, man.
Yeah. So, and the next one, and of course they told him he was ready to love. And the next one was Herbert and Kat. And, they talked about, they friends, dates and all that stuff, whatever. And so, Kat had said, me and the ladies met, of course, with Tommy. He was like, oh my God, y'all ain't finna get rid of me. Honey, let me hurry but eat this salmon before I get up out of here. And of course, they told him
he wasn't ready to love.
He wasn't ready to love. And it just seems as though that he has he flirts a lot with the ladies and they get confused and stuff. And he was just saying he's a people person, and he like people. So, but yeah, he's not ready to love. So Herbert went.
Okay.
Yep. But on that note, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get it out of here. Like we said at the end of every video, don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
Always put God first.
Deuces.
Hey!